Hi, kindergarten friends. We've been working hard on numbers that go from 10 all the way up to 20. So those are a lot of our teen numbers. And today I wanted to do a little math lesson for you guys, showing some of the different ways to count those numbers. And then also talking about what tens are again and how they're a group of 10 ones. And then when we count using tens, we can count really fast all the way to 100 and even beyond. So first, I want to go over something you guys have been doing a lot of, which is working on those numbers, those teen numbers, and counting them. Maybe you remember doing some counting collections in class. And on this paper, we're going to do kind of what's a counting collection. So you see I have a collection of cats. And so when you have a collection, you want to count how many there are. And you need to come up with a counting strategy. So the strategy I'm using to count my cats is I'm going to find 10. This is one of our best strategies to use. It really helps us come up with our teen number or count by tens to make it faster to count big numbers. So I'm going to count by ones, and then when I get to 10, I'm going to stop and circle my 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I counted my first row, okay? And then I'm going to jump like I read. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I circle those 10. Now, if I had counted like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I would have gotten lost really fast, and it would have been really hard to try to circle those cats that I counted without circling ones I didn't count. So when you count, you also need a strategy of how to count. And so did you notice my strategy was to go from the left over to the right? And then I went back and I went from the left to the right again. Okay? Just like how I read. And I also went from top down to the bottom. Okay? So make sure you choose a spot to start, and then you pay attention to where you're counting and do it in some type of organized way. So I did left to right, top to bottom. Maybe I'll do a different way with the scissors. Okay. So I circled my 10, and now I'm going to count my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 ones. So I wrote a little 5 there to remind me. Now I'm going to count them together as a group. 10 and 5. 10 and 5. What does that make? 10, 5. Ooh, I know that's 15. Now, do I write 15? 15? Is that 15? No, I just wrote 51. So you need to make sure with our teen numbers, right? Teenagers think they're the best. They think they're number one. And so when you write a teen number, you want to make sure that you start with that 1. That's our teen. Remember our 10. 10, 5. And so that say 10 way of saying our numbers will really help when you write your numbers, making sure you write them correctly. Okay. All right. Now over here with my scissors, I think my strategy, this time I'm going to cross them out as I go to make sure I know which ones I counted. Okay. So this one I did left to right, top to bottom. This time I'm going to use a cross out strategy, right? Cross them out as I go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I see I crossed out all my 10. I'm still going to circle my 10. And then I have how many extras? 1, 2. So I have 10, 2. 10, 2. 10, 2. What number is that? 12. Yeah. All right, friends. Now, I made this worksheet available for you online, so you guys can do these next 2 on your own and come up with a strategy to count and make sure you don't get lost. And then circle your 10 and come up with your number of 10 something. 10, 5, 10, 2. I wonder how many of these have. Okay. All right. The next thing I want to go over is when, you know how these are in lines. See, these ice cream cones are in lines, these bananas are in lines. But sometimes when we're counting stuff, it's not so easy. It's not in a perfect line. Sometimes when we count, it's just scattered, right? So for example, if I wanted to count, oops, all of these, boom. Oh my gosh, they're just randomly there. There's no beautiful lines to count. So I have to come up with a different strategy to count. So maybe I want to cross them out as I go. Ugh, I can't want to draw my erasers. Maybe I move them as I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see I'm placing them into a nice line. 5. Maybe I'll make a little 10 frame out of them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I have my 2 extras. Ta-da! So that's one way that you could count as well. Okay? I want to show you that because sometimes we don't have those beautiful lines. And the next one I'm going to show you, it can be a little tricky because you can't move them again. They're not in lines. And this time they're in a ring shape. Ooh, tricky, tricky. So if I were to count them, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Wait a second. What did I do wrong? I just kept going and going. It's a circle. It never ends. And that's how long I want someone to be my friend, but that's not how many dots are here, right? So it's kind of tricky. You got to come up with a strategy to make sure you know where to stop. So sometimes I put a line and I say, okay, I'm going to start at this one. I'm going to put a line here and that'll to be where to stop. So I'm going to start here and go around my circle and then stop at that last one. Okay, sometimes you can do a line. That's a great idea. Let's use that one this time, okay? 1, 2, count with me, 3, 4, 5, 6, got off, 7, 8, 9, 10. You also notice I'm using something to point to them with. My finger's kind of big on these dots, so I found something smaller to point with. And I can stop when I get to a number I can remember, like 10, if I need a break. And I can even mark it like, oh, that was 10 if I lose my spot. Like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom really quick. Oh, come on back. Okay, I was at 10. I can keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, I got 18, but as a mathematician, I like to check my work just in case, because that was a big number and I had to count all by ones. So I'm going to check it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, I checked twice. I think I know it's 18. So I'm going to write the number here. 10, 8. Ooh, and I'm going to fill it in my 10 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fills up the 10 frame. And then I need 8 more. So I know 8 is 5 and 3. 5 and 3. And also I know that 18 is 2 less than 20. So this would be 20, 19, 18. So I know it matches. Okay. Now down here, you guys get to do your own. So you can draw a bunch of things. Make sure you have more than 10 because you want a team number. And then you write the number in the box. Or you can write the number and then draw a picture. Okay, to match, just like you see here. Okay. All right, I wanted to do one more of these with you to show you another strategy. So you saw my counting strategy here. I did a line on my circle and I counted around. This time I'm going to use that same strategy I used on my scissors. I'm going to cross it out. Since I can write on this paper, I can cross it out as I go. So let's count the stars. 1, and you can make sure to cross out, you can see. So I can tell I haven't counted that star and I have counted this one. Now, jumping all over, I could because I'm crossing them out, but just to make it easier, I'm also going to use that counting in the circle, like almost like in a line, but instead it's a curved line and it's a circle. So I'm still going to count in my circle, but I'm going to cross out as I go. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10, 2 is 12. I'm going to count again just to make sure. This time I'll add another cross. I'm going to go the other way this time too. I'm going to start over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You see that one has a double cross, so I got to stop. I got 12. Whoa, wait, this one already has a number and it has a picture. What should I do here? It says 15. I wonder if there's 15 dots. Can I tell right now? It's kind of hard because they're all scattered. It's called a scattered arrangement. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Does 11 match that number? 15? I think I should make them match. So I wrote 11, but I can't erase the 15. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to match the picture to the number. So do something that makes sense, right? It does tell you to do that in the instructions, but if you're doing this by yourself, try to think, how do I make this make sense? 11 doesn't make 15, right? So you could cross this out and write 11, or we can actually add dots to make it match 15. So I had 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I even made it in a circle shape. Now, I'm a good mathematician, so I'm going to recount, make sure I have 15 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yay! It matches. Always make sure your numbers and your picture and your 10 frames that they all match each other. All right, I have one more thing I want to show you today in this lesson. And it's when we count our tens. Okay? So when I have this piece of paper, if I put it down this way, it's just one piece of paper. But if I flip it over, you'll see what? A 10 frame. Yeah. And what does the 10 frame mean? Yeah, a 10 frame means 10. 10 ones. See, that's a 1. If I just showed you that, right? That's only a 1. But if I show you this, it means 10. And a 10 is made up of 10 ones. Okay? So when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're counting by tens. You're not counting by ones. Okay? So let's count how many I have here. 10, 20. Notice how I'm not saying 1, 2. I'm counting all of those dots at the same time just by saying 10. Because I know a 10 frame means I have, a full 10 frame means I have 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And you can see it doesn't matter if I have it this way, I have 80, right? If I have it the other way, I have 80. And you see, how many pieces of paper do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 and 80 are related because each of these has 10, okay? So that means 8 times 10 is 80. You guys are doing multiplication already. It's crazy. But what's cool is you can do that by counting by tens, okay? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, okay? Excellent. We're going to use what we just learned in this right here. Okay, we're going to count by tens to count all those numbers. It would take a very long time if I tried to count this number here by ones, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Oh my gosh, there's so many. But I could have gone 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Boom, done, right? What an awesome strategy. So let's do it together. This first one is already done for us. 10, there's 10. 10, 20, 20. 10, 20, 30, 30. 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, good, it's already written for me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Wait a second. Do you guys see a pattern forming in these numbers? I see a pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going up by 1 in the tens place each time. And that's because we're adding a 10 on each time. So what do you guys think this one's going to be? Try to predict before you count. What would go here? 40, 50, 60. I think it's going to be 70 also. Let's make sure. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We were right. Okay, what do we think the next one's going to be? After 70 comes 80. Yeah, I'm going to write it, and then we're going to see if we're right. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 80. Okay, what do you think the next one's going to be? 90. This time, I'm going to count like it is. There's 1 10 frame, 2 10 frames. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 frames is the same as 9 10 times, or 10 frames, but there's 9 of them, right? So 9 tens makes 90. Yeah. All right, what do you think goes here? How many 10 frames do you see? Oh my gosh, I see something cool. I'm going to draw it so you can see what I see. Do you guys see what I see? This 10 frame, 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 this 10 frame. You see how it looks like a 10 frame? Yeah, there's 5 on top and 5 on bottom, but instead of ones like in this 10 frame, they're tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So there's 10 tens. That's the tens place, right? This is the tens place. So there's 9 tens, 8 tens, 7 tens, 6 tens, etc. So you can see this, the way they build and go down is by 10. And I want you guys to practice that on this page, but I do want to point something out to you on this one before you do it on your own, is that notice how it goes up, and then it doesn't keep going up like the last one. It goes back down. Okay, up by 10, and then all of a sudden you go to less. It's going back down to just 110 at the bottom. So make sure you pay attention to that as you're going. Don't just keep going. Make sure you're counting these, just like we did on the last one, okay? And then down at the bottom, it might change a little bit. And this time, it's written with the word tens instead of in 10 frames, okay? So make sure you're paying attention to that as you're working. I'm excited to see your work on this, friends, and see all you've been learning about numbers that are bigger than 10. Have a good day.